Staying with football, and the world governing body FIFA have announced Thursday's World Cup qualifier between Palestine and Saudi Arabia will now be played at a neutral venue. The match was due to take place in the West Bank. It'll now be played next week, but we still don't know where. Well, Firas El Echi has been following the story closely for the BBC, and he explained the background to the case.
So the thing is, countries from the Gulf Cooperation Council have a non-official agreement where their citizens don't go to the State of Israel and don't have their passports stamped in an act of non-recognition of the existing state. And in order to enter to Palestine, the Saudi team had to go through Israel and have their passports stamped by the Israeli passport control. And this is the non-official version of the refusal. But not going to Palestine in itself is an act of non-recognition to the Palestinian team and is 100% unsupportive to Palestine. Football Association of Palestine to notice that they struggle to play in the first place and they hardly can hold a national league. So this is an action that has a political background that interferes with sports.
How much of a part in this, Firas, do security concerns play then?
The concern of security didn't come up until now, until the situation heated in Palestine. But the actual refusal of playing in Palestine came long way before the actions of stabbing and violence took place. So it's a cover-up that came up as very convenient to the Saudi Football Association to just have the situation solved by FIFA.
How surprising is it that FIFA have made the decision now to postpone it and to take it somewhere else?
It is quite surprising indeed. I mean, FIFA, that stands to the independence of football associations and take heavy decisions against any association that have political intervention in the country, now is playing a game of diplomacy despite that we have a clear political intervention. To notice is that the situation have shifted when Prince Salman Abdulaziz yesterday, the second vice president to the Minister of Defense in Saudi Arabia, called Mahmoud al-Abbas, the Palestinian president, and had a long discussion. Next day, we have FIFA coming out with a statement saying that the game will be postponed. I mean, there are heavy decisions to be taken when an association or a national team refuse to play in a ground recognized by FIFA. But here, no decisions are taken. Instead, FIFA is doing this diplomacy act. And the question here rises, I mean, what if tomorrow Armenia doesn't want to play against Azerbaijan? Are you going to find a neutral ground? What if North Korea doesn't want to play in South Korea? What if Israel and Saudi Arabia meet in the World Cup? Are you going to look for another ground to hold the game? So there's an issue in a time where FIFA is already under so much heat. And this will lead to a lot of speculation around the organization.
What have the Palestinians been saying then?
Well, the Palestinians are quite okay with the situation because at the end of the day, they have so much financial and political support from the Saudis. So to have this situation happening, they only have to deal with it. The president of the Football Association yesterday spoke in our Arabic Sports Today show, and he said he's very understanding to every decision of any Arab countries, despite that the UAE actually went there and played, and they did this game in the spirit of full support to the Palestinian football, but he's very understanding, and so is the political scene there.
What about the options for where the game could take place then for us?
Everyone is talking mainly about Jordan. That is the closest thing to Palestine to make it easy for the Palestinian team to move. Because, even the Palestinian team struggles with their passports and their exits and their moves out of Palestine. So the most convenient place right now that is willing to host the game is Jordan.
And what about other nations in this situation? I mean, other Muslim nations, other Arab nations, will they be agreeing to go to play at Palestine's home stadium?
Well, it depends mainly on the safety issue. But for the political reason, we have a huge country that belongs to the Gulf Cooperation Council, that is the UAE. They went there, they played, they posted pictures on the social network. They were fully supportive of the Palestinian football. So I don't think the political issue is there for the other Arab countries. The only country that made a statement about this is Saudi Arabia. So we expect more and more countries to go there in an act of support, and even league teams from the Arab world to just go there and play there.
My thanks to Firas El Echi. Now, some other news making headlines around the world.